So my talk at Cypher was mostly about how, giving a perspective of how space data could be used to drive decision science and for business themselves. So right now there's not much of a huge community in India that is using a lot of satellite-related data to drive analytics. So I was trying to give a perspective on that. So we directly aren't doing any space analytics ourselves. What we are trying to do is building up satellite systems that can generate the data for the analytics companies that are out there. So and now we're trying to build a community here in India that can work on both kind of business to business models that can use the data from space with the sensors on the ground to generate that kind of analytics. So we would say we're guys who can supply the data to the analytics companies. So on one end, the challenges from a technology side is actually the amount of computation needed itself, because one of the things that I was mentioning in my talk is that out of less than 10 satellites, you could generate data that is more than 5,000 gigabits of data per day themselves. So as you can see, the amount of data that you would generate is quite huge, and to integrate them along with other data sets that are out there and to actually compute the whole thing on a cloud is actually very challenging. So a lot of things have to go into managing the data and managing or better making the algorithm better to scale the entire offering. So I think that's where there's a lot of challenge. So yeah, I think there's a very bright future in space data analytics, especially because the number of satellites that are going to get flown are very big, and space is also now getting into IoT space, where IoT-based data can be received on satellites themselves and so on. So what space does is gives you an angle of going global instantly, because satellites fly everywhere, right? So I think that's very exciting. Very good. This is one of the best organized conferences I've been to, and I'm very happy to participate. I already got a lot of interest from other people who would want to use this kind of data or see a case for them to get into this. So in that sense, I think we are doing a very good job in building a community